And good evening, sports fans. It's the coach and the
AD
on our Wednesday night live on the Karl DeMasi Sports Report. And remember, it's all presented by the Coach's Corner Sports Network, and it's right here inside Coach's Corner tonight. But it's a little hot. I don't know how those rubbing and grubbing guys did. I mean, Dan Foles, he probably sweated off about 5 pounds. Brandon Bain, he probably sweated off 10 because he never stops talking. So, but a great show right before we come on. Rubbing and grubbing, you got to watch it. I put $6 in a pot for the Ronald McDonald House. They are raising money. I think they're over $700. Come in, say you want to put money in the Ronald McDonald's House bucket for the Rubbing and Grubbing crew. Help them out. I didn't know that I chose 18, which was 18 cautions. I thought I was choosing car number 18.
I did 8 cautions.
I know. I heard you yell 8, so I figured you were going Dale Earnhardt Jr. or something. I mean,
no, he don't even race, man.
I know he's retired, but wasn't that his number?
It was his number. You're
Okay.
Right. It was his number. You got some of it. You're good, man. We got to get you the history.
Sorry, Darlington boy, or where you were in North Carolina. Charlotte Speedway. Is that a little rivalry right there?
Nah, man. Darlington, hey, the Lady in Black is what she was called because everybody gets a black stripe on the outside of the car at turn 3.
I didn't know that. So I knew it was called Lady in Black, but I didn't know why. So, but anyway, we're here. We got a great show. We're going to catch up. We had him on June 6th. Chris Coakley. Coakley played in the basketball tournament out there in Columbus, Ohio. And, I mean, it's just great to have this kid on Savannah High. I mean, he played, I think he averaged like 20 points a game. One game, he was the high scorer. He was the FanDuel player of the game, but he wasn't the commentator's player of the game. So I go figure it out.
Yeah, I don't know how you drop 30-something points and double-digit rebounds, and it's not the commentary player of the game. So
I mean, it's simply amazing.
The game. So
we're going to talk to him about 7:15. I'm trying to get the guy who helps me set this up every time, and I want to make sure I say his sports agency correctly. Nate Schaefer, I got to thank you for setting up us with Chris Coakley. I know I coached against Chris Coakley, and just a great kid from Savannah. But Nate Schaefer is the agent for S2 Sports Agency that sponsors or helps promote local athletes. He had Adrian Peterson, John Ulrich from Bradwell that's playing in the NFL. Now he's got Chris Coakley. Once again, Nate Schaefer, S2 Sports Agency. He also had besides
a barbecue place.
Besides being a banker, he's also got Wiley's Barbecue with his wife.
That's not a bad gig.
Oh, I'm telling you right now, I had some ribs there. Perfect. We got some air blowing on us.
That is nice.
Feels good. Feels great. So, Nate Schaefer, thank you from S2 Sports Agency, Wiley's Barbecue. I don't know the bank you works at. I plug the bank too, but it's going to be a lot of fun. And then, we had the big Savannah Junior Golf Association's Junior City Am Monday and Tuesday. I was out there both days. Just a great group of kids. We have a graduated or now an alum of Richmond Hill High School. We have Erica Couch, one of the top young golfers in the area. She went to a playoff. She was the 2-time defending champ. She went to the first hole on Bacon Park. She missed her putt. The other girl sank a 15-foot putt, and she lost it. But we're not bringing her on to talk about that. We're bringing her to talk about her career. She's going to go play in college, so it's going to be a lot of fun. So, well, let's get to it. What do we got to talk about? I mean, you're the Georgia high school boy.
Well, that's the whole thing that's rolling out. So the thing that came out today for Georgia high school is they are saying June 20th you can start issuing helmets.
June 20th or July 20th?
July 20th. Sorry, July 20th. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, you're all right.
Yeah, July 20th you can start issuing helmets, and then July 27th start the acclimation period. And helmets got to be sanitized every day, that sort of thing. But they can start issuing helmets on July 20th. You saw what happened in Virginia today. Virginia says no fall football.
Really?
And they got different phases they're looking at there, maybe to bring some other sports in.
South Carolina,
though.
They can't start till August 17th. And
August 17th.
Play their first game on September 11th.
Yep.
They're going to wrap everything up by October 30th. That's because I watched the big guy, Frank Silkowski, tonight. So
7 games.
7 games. What do you think Georgia High School will do? You think it's going to be full-fledged?
I think Georgia High School is going to try to do everything they possibly can, do as much as they can. I know the Georgia Football Coaches Association has asked for different proposals in playing, but I think Georgia High School has in mind what they want to do. And if it's got to be without fans in the stands, the kids can play. I think that's what they're looking at.
There was a gentleman at the golf course yesterday. I guess one of his kids were playing, or somebody who was playing. And John Sanders, the district athletic director for Spanish County Public Schools, he was telling John, "Are we going to play? We're going to play." And John said, "I can't tell you right yet. We haven't made a decision about the classroom yet." So the guy goes, "Well, make sure family members and cousins and uncles are allowed to come into the game too."
Yeah, we're talking to Kevin Petrosky, one of my good friends from Athens Academy today, and that's one thing that you're a little bit worried about as an athletic director is, hey, if they just say parents can come in, because you know what's going to happen.
Oh yeah.
I told him, I said, I'm not going to be a hall monitor here, and because you know it's going to be stepmom, stepdad, it's just going to be a free for all. So it either needs to be.
This is my first cousin, third removed.
Yeah, it either needs to be, hey, here's half of your stadium capacity or 1/3 of your stadium or something like that needs to be set you just click them
right
in and out, because if not, it's
going to be chaos.
It's not going to work. But right now we're on the path. I think the fact that South Carolina came out with a plan and said they plan to do it, I think that helps all of us going forward. When surrounding states are doing it, North Carolina, they're a little bit, they're in different phases as well. And so we're going to learn a lot in the next 7 to 10 days, Carl. So I think a decision has got to be made on what we're going to do going forward.
And did we hear anything from Florida yet? Florida make any decisions?
Florida's not said anything yet.
Wow. So Virginia's not playing at all.
Well, no fall football is what they said. Maybe some other sports, but not football in the fall.
Wow. I mean, being a parent, being a coach, being a teacher, class of 2021.
Well, they're talking about maybe they bring it back in the spring. Maybe late winter, spring, if possible. But kind of once you cross that Rubicon, man, it's hard to go back. I think you need to flip all of it. If you're a state that's talking about it, then go ahead and do it. That way you make sure. But Virginia said, hey, we'll do like golf, cross country, your very low risk, non-contact sports.
Tennis.
Yeah, you could look at that. But then I'm surprised they categorize volleyball is a high-risk sport. It's way Virginia categorizes it. So I was interested to see how they.
I like to see how they do that too. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was talking to Gene Clemens, the new head coach over at HV Jenkins, and he was asking about all the teams in the area, and we got to talking. What about? I know you guys, Country Day and Christian, Calvary, Country Day, and Christian could play with anybody. But why don't we just have our own little region?
Well, that's
that would, and I heard Georgia High School was thinking about that. Now you get a little more information than I do.
Well, I think worst case scenario, I think one thing that might happen is if it's allowed the school system to decide. Let's say areas, just say say Metro Atlanta or whatever, they decide not to do it, or certain pockets decide not to do it. You might end up in that way of, hey, because right now I look at our region.
Right.
We only got 3 teams.
Right.
So I mean,
well, you have
to go find someone
Calvary,
else.
Country Day, Christian, and you got Bryan County in 2A, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Then you go up a little higher. You got Johnson, Beach, Groves. Help me out. Windsor Forest.
Yeah.
If I'm forgetting something, there's 5 of them. Savannah High, Beach. Let's go alphabetically. Beach, Groves, Savannah High, Windsor Forest, New Hampstead's up. But anyway, then you bring New Hampstead, Islands, Jenkins, and BC.
Yeah.
And I don't know if we want to go a little further up. You got South Effingham, and Bradwell. I mean, we got a bunch of teams. Oh, Richmond Hill, that's the one I forgot.
Yeah.
We got a bunch of teams in the area.
You do. And even, one thing we talked about as a private school is looking across into South Carolina as well. Because, right now, Skeeza and Geisa, they're like really no rules right now on some of those things. So, hey, do we try to cross-play some of those schools like Bullock Academy? We're already playing Bullock Academy in Frederica, but do you look across the bridge and go find schools in South Carolina play that they're, that's what's going to be interesting is, do those organizations like Geisa and Skeeza, are they directly affected by what Georgia High School or South Carolina High School Association does?
It's going to be interesting. And
next 7 to 10 days, man.
Next 7 to 10 days.
I really feel like somebody's got to make a decision because, we're at that watermark, man.
Right. All right. Well, we're at 7:10. Hopefully, Chris Coakley is trying to link in here for tonight, so he'll be our next guest. And remember, Chris Coakley, Savannah High alum, UAB. I think he wound up being the 3rd leading scorer at UAB, which is pretty impressive. And then, he had a tryout with the Charlotte Hornets.
Yes.
Played overseas. Now he played in that the basketball tournament. last week. So it's going to be pretty exciting to catch up on him, see what's going to happen after this now.
Yeah, that's what we really want to know is, hey, his tournament went so well. He played just extraordinary. Hey, has this phone been ringing?
Yeah.
Especially, I wonder what, I don't know what NBA rosters look like in the bubble and expanding, because you're seeing that with baseball expanding to 60. And we also could talk a little bit about the Braves and Joshua.
We'll come on later.
Okay, all right. We'll get back to that.
As I go to commercial, I'm going to check in with Chris Coakley, make sure he's linking in to our broadcast. You're listening to the Coach and AD Wednesday Night Live update from the Karl DeMasi Sports Report, heard every Saturday in the Sound Garden, right here on the Coach's Corner Sports Network, and it's presented tonight by Coach's Corner. We'll talk to you right after we say thank you to our sponsors.
It's all sports all the time. That's Coach's Corner and Thunderbolt. Coach's Corner has been voted the best in Savannah for 20 years running, and it's no wonder why. Sports, live music, delicious and abundant pub food. No matter what the season, there's always a reason to check out Coach's Corner. Coach's Corner has been Savannah strong during the COVID-19 pandemic. They're now open for dine-in, lunch, and dinner. But remember, Coach's Corner still has curbside takeout service. John Harrison and the Coach's Corner crew has still been smoking delicious meats like Boston Bush ribs and chicken on the grill. You can place your order by calling Coach's Corner at 912-352-2933. That's 912-352-2933. And don't forget, Saturday night in Soundgarden is Toxic Oscar. Tickets are $10. Come out and make it a night to remember at Coach's Corner.
At Calvary Day School, we want our students to be fully equipped and on the cutting edge of academics, making a difference in our world. Your child will grow academically, physically, socially, and spiritually. At Calvary, it is so good to say we are one school with one mission and one vision: faith, academics, excellence, and building champions through Christ. Calvary Day School would consider it a privilege to meet with your family personally. Call Philip Lee, Director of Admissions, at 351-2299. That's 351-2299.
Over a half century when it comes to uniforms, sporting goods, and trophies, Thompson's got you covered. From cleats to caps and the best prices on the biggest brands, Under Armour, Adidas, and more. From baseball to soccer, volleyball to softball, and yes, football too, every season starts at Thompson Sports Shop. So come get equipped at Thompson Sports Shop. They are now located at 42 West Montgomery Crossroads, Suite C in Savannah, are open Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. each day. So come visit locally owned Thompson Sporting Goods and Trophies, where everyone is a winner.
Yo, you still want some real New York deli and Italian food? Bada bing, bada boom. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering is open at 7630 Skidaway Road in Savannah, Georgia during this social distancing problem. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering will take calls for pickup at 912-354-2914. That's 912-354-2914 on the phone, capiche? If you want Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering goods delivered, go to savtakeout.com, savtakeout.com to place the order. Remember, Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering, we ain't New York style, we are New York.
Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic. Your back hurts, another body part hurts all the time, it makes you mad, the pain drives you crazy, you just want to pick something up and throw it across the room? If you can, at the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic, you get complete chiropractic care and pain relief to help you move better, have a less painful life, and of course, achieve a healthier lifestyle. The Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic is now located at 2 locations in Savannah, Georgia, at 329 Eisenhower Drive and in Pooler at 114 Canal Street, Suite 603. So visit Dr. Bart Wetherington at the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic for all your chiropractic needs.
And welcome back to the Coach and AD on the Karl DeMasi Sports Report. It's Wednesday Night Live update, live from Coach's Corner. Coach's Corner is the proud presenter, and we're part of the Coach's Corner Sports Network. From 6 o'clock to roughly about 6:50 every Wednesday night, we got Rubbin' and Grubbin', talking about NASCAR, getting free food.
I love how maybe it's because they say that Coach's Corner is the center
of the universe,
of the sports universe.
Yeah, I mean,
maybe that's
the problem. We're not saying that.
Maybe we got to ask. And like with Euro, they got tonight look phenomenal.
Oh, it was unbelievable.
I mean,
gyro. Where I come, it's gyro. Where you come from, it's a hero. I know we got to get a Greek person to tell us how they say it. And when you go to the Olympia Cafe, did you say gyro or hero?
I say Euro.
Euro.
I
always call it a gyro. But once again, I'm from New York. I know. So
my wife, who's from St. Pete, Florida, calls it a Euro. There's a place that we go down there every time. She has to go because she has to get a Euro.
Okay.
That's how she says it. Now, I'm not saying that's the correct way to say it because you say tomato.
I'll say tomato.
There you go. Like, I know one thing, it looked really good, and we don't have one.
We don't. Well, I tried to get in touch with Chris Coakley. Hopefully he'll pop in while we're talking in this next segment. So next up after that will be Erica Couch, class of 2020, Richmond Hill High School star golfer. So hopefully she'll come on. But as in the world of high school sports, as you heard in the first segment, there's a bunch of states around Georgia that are going to try and play. They got different dates. Right now, Georgia High School says teams can hand out helmets on July 20th.
Yeah, so
they can go July 27th. They can get into full practice. So while the acclimated period, which is a helmet, shirt, and shorts.
Yeah, 5 consecutive days of acclimation starting on 27th. Kids can start wearing helmets, and you can start issuing on Monday the 20th. And so, I mean, the thing is, Carl, as we continue to talk about this and how this plays out, is like you said, is the current 2021 class.
Right.
Like I'll just say now, we had a senior, Fuchsius Lewis, who just committed today to Georgia State in Atlanta. And I think what you're seeing is
kids are going to jump early.
Kids are going to jump early at any chance they can get. And one scenario that we started, I read an article yesterday that was kind of out in left field. But all right, let's say college football gets moved to the fall. I mean the spring. Say it gets moved to the spring. Let's say a kid enrolls early, January enrollee. Part of the article talked about those early enrollees playing that spring.
That's your eligibility.
And then say football comes back to normal in the fall.
That's 2 seasons.
2 seasons, but within one calendar
year.
All right, and then you play the following. So realistically, if you're a kid who's going to jump to the NFL, you got to play 3 seasons or be like, I think 21 years old or whatever. So a kid could be 20 years old, play 3 seasons, and hop.
Right.
And so it was kind of out in left field, but it was rolling out scenarios of the kids enrolling early, their goal of being drafted after 3 seasons of play.
Right.
And there you go. So that's a possible scenario unless the NCAA comes and says, no, you can't. Or enrollees can't do that.
All right. This is your expertise. Local soccer. Savannah Spirit, played 4 games. I think they were 2-2.
Yeah.
2-2. Great excitement. Savannah Spirit, Women's Premier Soccer League. Chris Davidovich and DJ Spizos. Great program. I do apologize because DJ has a co-owner. I can't think of his name off the top of my head, but what a way. And they're here to help. We had Aaron Ahern on. We had the Saki goalie from Anderson come on. And they're building it not just to play soccer or give these girls more soccer, but also to help with confidence, with community building, going out there, talking to the younger girls. Aaron Ahern was great.
Oh, yeah, she was fantastic.
She wanted to give more than she wanted to get.
Oh, without a doubt. Aaron was that example of, hey, I wish I would have had this when I was 12.
Right.
Of what I could learn and the value of someone older reaching out to me. And that's what I asked her. It's like, how does it feel to be a graduate, 22 years old, going to practice with a 12 or 13 or 14-year-old? She goes, at first, you really had to wrap your mind around, hey, these younger kids being here. But when you understand the concept of what the Spirit are trying to do and the culture they're creating, it made perfect sense. As you take your knowledge and what you've learned and you pass it down to this younger generation. And then that's what they do. They continue to give back. But also, the goalkeeper we had on talked about the internship also, in a law office that she was having here in Savannah. So not only is the Spirit doing that from a female perspective, hey, let's build back and give back to a younger generation, they also are taking those student athletes who want to go on and do something, the next, when their college athletics is over, and providing them opportunities here in Savannah, with internships.
Right.
And so that's just, that's phenomenal, from that organization to be able to do that, and the mindset and the culture. And like everybody else, their season got cut really short for them. I think Coach Davidovich talked about they're trying to maybe do some things in the fall as well, if that's possible, or over Christmas, I think, the holidays.
the rest of the country plays soccer in the fall, but we played in the spring with the high school girls. So we'll see how that works. And let's go to the men's side. Savannah Clovers. What is it? The National Independent Soccer Association Cup is going on. We hosted the first round. Well, Savannah Clovers hosted the first round. Lost to Soda City out of Columbia, South Carolina, 2-1. They'll be playing a professional soccer team, Chattanooga. This week they're going to travel up there. I think that's the first time we've ever had a soccer team here take on a professional soccer team.
From that level.
There's 50 levels in soccer.
So it's kind of like, it's almost like baseball though. I mean, you got Major League Soccer, and you got US1, and you just go through levels like that. And so it's talking about that. Tormenta kicks off their season
Saturday or Sunday?
July 18th.
Sunday.
Yeah.
Is it Sunday?
Wherever July 18th is.
Okay, let's go to that.
Maybe Saturday.
Here we go. It is Saturday. That's right. I think they only had 60 tickets left.
Yeah.
So
I mean, there you go.
So we'll see what happens with that. And then of course, the Savannah Bananas. Last 3 games, they've taken it on the chin.
Yeah.
We got the 8th food fight going on right now down the block here at Grayson Stadium.
And they're in kilts tonight.
I wanted to get a kilt, but they didn't offer me one. Believe me, I wear my shorts underneath.
Well, I just asking. You volunteered, and they just didn't have one for you.
I've lost some poundage here,
man,
so
you're looking
I think I
good.
can fit into a kilt. I think they make a kilt for big guys.
Well, I mean, you look like you could throw a stone or two.
I could try. Don't forget. Also tomorrow night, the Savannah Gaelic Club is having their big party over at St. Peter's Church.
Yes.
So if you want to find more about the Savannah Gaelic Athletic Association, Caleb Harkle Road, tomorrow night at St. Peter's Church, they're going to have a get-together. So we got a lot of sports going on. Bananas, it's still early. Hey, I do have to say this. The Low Country Blowfish Baseball Club, Low Country, wherever they're playing, was going to pull them out.
Lexington County. Outside Columbia, South Carolina.
Right. They were going to say no. They qualified them as an amateur baseball team so they could play.
Wow. I like it.
But that's good for the bananas. Instead of just bananas and making bacon every night.
Bananas and bacon.
Last night it was 15-10.
How many times can you eat bananas and bacon?
How many times can they go out in the food fight? Oh, me? I could eat it every day.
No, I'm just saying. That's a lot of bananas and bacon every night. You got to throw a blowfish in there every now and then.
Yeah, I got you.
Can't eat a blowfish, though.
All right, so we're a little ahead of schedule here, but our next guest is waiting in our waiting room, and from Richmond Hill High School. Alumni of Richmond Hill High School. She will attend college at, I think, West Georgia, if I'm not mistaken. She'll continue her golf career. One of the best golfers in the area. She lost out this season. When she got to Richmond Hill, they had never made the state playoffs. They did it her last 3 years. Her senior year was cut short, but Erica Couch, great job, great local young golfer and female golfer, which is pretty impressive. And I'm telling you, the other day, I don't know how they played that second round in that heat out there, so it was amazing.
Yeah, female golf has just been on the rise, the last 10 years. And second thing is Savannah's a hotbed for golf.
Yep.
And we've had a lot of female golfers in the last couple of years, whether St. Vincent's or other schools, come out and really, really do well at state. And so this is another young lady who's just done a tremendous job. What I'm interested in is how young she started playing, her development for that part, and what does recruiting look like in the world of golf? It's got to be different than all other sports. Is it about the junior tours? Is it about, what tours does she play on? That's what we'll get.
But like everything else, it's probably virtual this year. So, all right, you're listening to the Coach and AD right here on the Karl DeMasi Sports Report. It's Wednesday Night Live. It's an update of our Saturday show, the Coach and AD, every Saturday morning in the Sound Garden, right here at Coach's Corner, and it's all part of the Coach's Corner Sports Network. Let us thank our sponsors, and in about 3 minutes, you're going to listen to former Richmond Hill Wildcat outstanding golfer Erica Couch. We'll be right back after this.
It's all sports all the time. That's Coach's Corner and Thunderbolt. Coach's Corner has been voted the best in Savannah for 20 years running, and it's no wonder why. Sports, live music, delicious and abundant pub food. No matter what the season, there's always a reason to check out Coach's Corner. Coach's Corner has been Savannah strong during the COVID-19 pandemic. They're now open for dine-in, lunch, and dinner. But remember, Coach's Corner still has curbside takeout service. John Harrison and the Coach's Corner crew has still been smoking delicious meats like Boston Bush ribs and chicken on the grill. can place your order by calling Coach's Corner at 912-352-2933. That's 912-352-2933. And don't forget, Saturday night in Soundgarden is Toxic Oscar. Tickets are $10. Come out and make it a night to remember at Coach's Corner.
At Calvary Day School, we want our students to be fully equipped and on the cutting edge of academics, making a difference in our world. Your child will grow academically, physically, socially, and spiritually. At Calvary, it is so good to say we are one school with one mission and one vision: faith, academics, excellence, and building champions through Christ. Calvary Day School would consider it a privilege to meet with your family personally. Call Philip Lee, Director of Admissions, at 351-2299. That's 351-2299.
Over a half century when it comes to uniforms, sporting goods, and trophies, Thompson's got you covered. From cleats to caps and the best prices on the biggest brands, Under Armour, Adidas, and more. From baseball to soccer, volleyball to softball, and yes, football too. Every season starts at Thompson Sports Shop. So come get equipped at Thompson Sports Shop. They are now located at 42 West Montgomery Crossroads, Suite C in Savannah, are open Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. each day. So come visit locally owned Thompson Sporting Goods and Trophies, where everyone is a winner.
Yo, you still want some real New York deli and Italian food? Bada bing, bada boom. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering is open at 7630 Skidaway Road in Savannah, Georgia during this social distancing problem. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering will take calls for pickup at 912-354-2914. That's 912-354-2914 on the phone, capiche? If you want Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering goods delivered, go to savtakeout.com, savtakeout.com to place the order. Remember, Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering, we ain't New York style, we are New York.
Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic. Your back hurts, another body part hurts all the time. It makes you mad. The pain drives you crazy. You just want to pick something up and throw it across the room? If you can. At the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic, you get complete chiropractic care and pain relief to help you move better, have a less painful life, and of course, achieve a healthier lifestyle. The Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic is now located at 2 locations in Savannah, Georgia, at 329 Eisenhower Drive and in Pooler at 114 Canal Street, Suite 603. So visit Dr. Bart Wetherington at the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic for all your chiropractic needs.
And once again, thank you for joining us on a Wednesday night. It's the Coach Andy,
AD,
Karl DeMasi,
Coach Griffin.
Hey, Calvary Day School, Islands High School, but we don't care. We do this all together because
Yeah, man.
private and public don't matter to us, so it's just where we work. But we're here for the kids. We're here to talk about local sports, and it's all presented every Wednesday night on the Coach's Corner Sports Network. And, of course, Coach's Corner, John Henson supports us. He does a great job with us, and we have a lot of fun. Well, since we're not going to be here Saturday, yes, we're not going to be here Saturday, we're going to take a little break. Okay, I need a break. He needs a break. We've gone 15 weeks straight doing this on the internet. We'll be back, though. So tonight, we wanted to get our Wetherington Chiropractic
without doubt.
week. And I've been trying to get this girl to come on. I know she sent me information. We did a great article on her on the Prep Sports Report. I mean, outstanding athlete. I mean, she's led her team the last 3 seasons by having the lowest scoring average. She earned Georgia High School State Association Coaches 6A All-Region Golf First Team 2019, 2018, 2017. She made the Savannah Morning News all 3 years of her high school career. First team last year as a junior. Senior season cut short. She's played in every Georgia High School State 6A state golf tournament. She's also, she might correct me here, but looking at Max Prep Sports, she also is a 3-year varsity volleyball player. She'll attend West Georgia College in the fall, a major in biology, and, of course, play some golf. And Tommy Hensley, if you don't know Tommy Hensley, heart of gold. The guy's a great coach. And I asked him for a couple of quotes when I wrote that little story. He said, Erica can handle the challenge and pressure. She practices as much as she can. She's also an excellent student. Erica always found time to do both, but most of all, she also found time to help her teammates. She would help any player on the team, boy or girl. After she got done helping them, she'd still go out there and hit some more balls. I mean, her dad and mom, great supporters of what she's done. But what Tommy said most about Erica, not that she's an outstanding golfer, but she's most of all an outstanding person. Joining us live on the Coach's Corner internet stream, Erica Couch from
Hi.
High School. Can you hear us?
Yes, I can.
All right, okay. So once again, thank you for coming on, and once again, finally got you to come on the show. I know after you sent me the information, I was trying to get you to text me back. We never amount to do, but great career. Congratulations. I mean, outstanding high school career.
Thank you. Yeah. It's been
Is there a
fun.
little delay?
I think a little bit. Hold on.
Okay.
Is that better?
Yeah, we can hear you better. All right. So
Okay.
I know you wanted to ask her the first question.
Well, I just wanted to ask, like, for me, I mean, I could ask you when you start playing golf, but I want to know what the recruiting is like for golf, and especially female golfers in this day and age. I mean, like I know there's the junior golfers that play on like the hurricane tours and stuff like that. So is it the same for female golfers? What does college recruiting look like for golf and for female golfers?
I started probably when I was about end of junior year or beginning of junior year, and I sent emails, sent videos to coaches, and playing in summer tournaments helped a lot, and playing even in school tournaments helped a lot. So it's pretty much getting your name out there and working and getting your name out there to help and emailing out coaches, and sending swing videos.
Now, as far as your career goes, okay, I know when you started because I did the story with you. Okay, tell us everybody when you picked up the sticks and started playing golf. But you're also a volleyball player. Did you do any other sports besides golf and volleyball?
I played softball when I was little, but not. I think I played for about 7 or 8 years there. But I finally retired the bat, picked up a golf club again, and I fell in love with the sport golf. So
Was I correct about the volleyball, or you didn't play the volleyball?
Yes, I did. I played freshman year on JV, and then I floated my sophomore year, played varsity junior and senior year.
And that and then golf came around, and that was the end of the volleyball, right?
Yes.
So from a golf perspective, it's such a mental game, and also reading Coach Henson's quotes about, just the repetition. What is it about golf that you just love so much? Because you play a team sport with volleyball, but then an individual sport that is a little bit teamish, a really individual sport in golf. So what is it about golf that just drew you to it, that you're like, hey, this is what I want to do in college. This is what I want to further my career with. So what was it specifically about golf that made you say, hey, this is what I want to do, and this is why I'm doing it?
Actually, it hitting it relaxes me, lets me be kind of who I am. It's just I guess the fresh air and everything. I love it out here.
I mean, it is an individual sport, but watching you guys and girls play Monday and Tuesday, I'm telling you, the mental part of the game that you guys got to deal with. 1, you're trying to win. 2, you got to deal with the heat and humidity. And 3, you got everybody putting a little pressure on to fulfill this. How much mental pressure is there when you play this game? I know you said you love doing it because it's just you, but how much mental pressure do you put on yourself during a match?
We actually joke and say 90% of the game is mental and 10% of the game is skill. We say 60% of the game is between the ears, and it's the hardest part of the game. It is a lot of pressure sometimes. And like you said, in the heat, like yesterday, I about fell out on number 18, and then we had to go play the extra hole, and it was...
I'll vouch for it. I was there.
Yeah. And so it got really hot, and I mean, you got to think also when you're out there I a lot of the times forget to drink water, forget to eat, and it shows. And so as soon as I realize it, it's pretty much too late. So not only are you thinking about the game and what your next shot has to be or what you have to do to get the ball in the hole, you also have to remember you have to eat, you have to drink, you have to get to that certain point, and you have to push until you get to that last hole. And even like yesterday, we thought it was the last hole, and we had to push another hole, and it was crazy.
Well, in saying that, Erica, most golfers, they'll say, well, for the avid golfer like me who's not very good, everybody wants to get out there and everybody wants to, drive the golf ball, get out there on the range, but everybody knows, like, you drive for show and putt for dough. And so, describe your golf game, and your approach to the game as well.
So a lot of my time is actually spent on the range. I actually spent an hour and a half on the range today, and it's all mental mostly, and then it's tweaking things here and there. So a lot of the times it'll be just one little thing in my game that I have to switch. Like today it was my feet. So yesterday I struggled with my driver. I couldn't get off the tee with my driver, so I decided I didn't hit the driver all but 2 holes yesterday and hit my forward off the tee. And even then, I was a pitching legend the whole time. And then you have to realize, okay, how far do I need to hit this? And you have to calculate wind, and you have to calculate how fast the green is and if it's going to stop. So a lot of the times when I'm playing at Richmond Hill, the greens will roll. So I'll club down a little bit. But out there, I had to play the full wedge when I didn't think I'd needed to. So it's kind of hard. You have to think about how far you have to get in. You have to choke down, choke up, or it's a lot to think about.
It's more. Go ahead.
It's who can putt, pretty much. That's the name of the game right there.
She came up with a lot of things I never even thought about. The cutting down on the grip. I just go out there and hack. That's my favorite part.
That's why she's going to West Georgia. Me and you are sitting.
Right. That's why she's going to West Georgia to play. All right. I got a question for you. What's your fondest or greatest memory about playing high school golf or junior golf now that you're going to go on to college?
Playing actually in the state tournaments has been one of my favorite things. In last year, my junior year, we won regions, which was huge, and the whole team celebrated. It was so much fun, and I think that was honestly, and making all the friends. I've met so many great girls golfing, and they'll friendships that'll last, and like I'll talk to people every day that I've met and just golf. So it's fun making friends and making different memories.
Well, talking about your time at Richmond Hill, we're a winning region. Your region's no joke now. I mean, that's a tough region to win. Tell people who all was in your region so they have an understanding that of the level of play.
In our region, we have Effingham. Who else do we have? I think we have Brunswick, Bradwell, and
Glen Academy.
Glen is huge. Yes, that was the last one, I think. So.
Well, that's what I was really going to get you to is say Glen Academy because
yeah.
I mean, anybody down that coastline is usually been really good at golf, and for you guys, to win that was huge. But Richmond Hill, I mean, there's so many talented kids come out of Richmond Hill, and I look at the boys team and the girls team. What is it about the development coming out of Richmond Hill that's just been different in the last couple of years? Is it just the amount of kids are playing golf now, or is it the ability to play at nice courses out there, or the coaching or training at the junior golf level?
I think it's honestly a mix of all. The course that we played, actually, our home course got shut down my junior year. So we were without a course while they redid the whole thing. And they put millions of dollars into this course, and it is so nice now. So I think the ability to play on a nice course. And
what course was that? Let everybody know. What course was that?
It's now Richmond Hill Golf Club, but it was Sterling Links. But now it's Richmond Hill Golf Club, and it's amazing out here. They did so well with it.
Yeah, well, everybody talks about it. Hey, it's Wednesday Night Live on the Karl DeMasi Sports Board. It's the coach, the AD. We're at the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic Athlete, former Richmond Hill High School Wildcat. She's an alum now, class of 2020. Erica Couch, Savannah Junior Golf, two-time junior AM champion, and going on to play at West Georgia. Okay, so tell us about your coaches. We know Coach Hensley, right?
Yeah, you got it, Coach
Okay,
Hensley.
what about outside Coach Hensley? Tell us about Coach Hensley, and then your other coaches.
Coach Hensley was actually a lot of mental help. He pushed me, and I don't think I would be where I am today if he hadn't pushed me to the level. And he always told me, he's like, I know you can do this, and I know you can do better. And I was always hard on myself. So he calmed me down if I needed it, and he always helped me with that. And outside of that, I have Coach Alex, who is actually does lessons here now, but he came in I believe my sophomore year and helped me get to my swing where it was. So he's the swing portion, and he just tweaked a very few things and got me to breaking 80, breaking 90, and getting there.
Well, in talking about that, your coaches and everything, there had to be, to go to West Georgia. What was it about West Georgia that kind of pulled you there and said, hey, that's, where I want to go to school? So talk about West Georgia, the golf program, and the coaches there, and what that looks like for you going forward.
I walked on campus and I knew kind of that was where I wanted to go. It felt more like home, and it felt kind of secluded, and it was very nice. So I liked the campus there. And then the coaches, I was actually emailing, and then I emailed and said one day I want to go. I went to their tournament and actually met one of the coaches, and he was super nice, and we really got along. So I kept emailing him, and we talked back and forth, and finally we decided that was the place I wanted to go.
Well, it has to fit you, and if you feel comfortable there, and you got a good coaching staff there that's going to take care of you and lead you the right way, it's got to be a fit for you, and it sounds like this is a really good fit for you. Now, of course, two people, and I don't know if you have any brothers and sisters, have been behind your whole career. Tell us about your family and what that's meant to you with their support.
My mom and dad have been rocks with me. Actually, my dad caddied for me the past 2 days and helped me so much. And he's actually the one that taught me to swing when I was little. Like as soon as I could touch a club, he had me swinging a golf club. But and my mom has been going through almost every tournament with me. They went to every state tournament with me. They buy me food so when I get hungry on the course, and snacks and waters, and they've been so supportive in everything that I've done. And if I have a bad day, they talk me down from it, which I get really hard on myself, and they realize that, and so they can talk me down from, if I'm ready to be done with golf, they talk me back into it and say, hey, it was a bad day, let it go. So they have really pushed me to where I am and pushed me to help me get better.
Well, Eric, I tell you, it's to read about your career and your family and your choice to go play at West Georgia and your time at Richmond Hill. You've had a tremendous career. You're a multi-sport athlete. I want to remind people about that as well. Is we love when we see student athletes, they find one might be their niche, but they also played other. You play softball, play volleyball, end up have golf as your passion. It shows you can do multiple things and still find your niche and where you want to go. And I think you're making a great choice at West Georgia. Beautiful school, beautiful area of the state. A little bit more hilly, probably what we have here in Southeast Georgia. So that'll be a little bit getting used to. But hey, congratulations, and we're super proud of you and what you've done and represented this area in the Richmond Hill area specifically. And you still got one. You still play next week at the Matt Warren?
I'm not actually. I'm going to be out of town, so this tournament was my last tournament here.
Well, you made everybody proud. I mean, I know that junior golf. Every time I talk to somebody over there, they mention your name. Great job, and I got to give your parents a lot of kudos because after that match, the 18 holes, you were really, really mentally and physically exhausted, but your mom and dad, they picked you back up. You went and played that extra hole, shot for shot with Maddie Saxton. But, like you said, the game's about punting. You win some, you lose some, but finishing second's not that bad at all. But great job, and I appreciate you coming on.
Thank you for having me.
Hey, good luck at West Georgia. We'll be following you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Erica.
Thank y'all.
Bye.
Bye.
I mean, just a great kid. She was devastated. She thought she lost. But when they did the cards, they tied. Yeah. And I'm telling you, she was ready to fall out. It was so hot out there, but she kept the composure. Her mom and dad getting us psyched, getting ready to go. They went in the air conditioned clubhouse. She came out, shot for shot with this 14-year-old girl from Guyton, Maddie Saxton, who won the tournament. And Jacob Fripp, he's the two-time champion out of South Effingham. He's a rising junior. So we've got some pretty good young golfers here.
A lot of golf talent around here, especially in the junior golf range. Looking at 12 and 13-year-olds, the Weeks kid from Country Day.
Yep.
Bear Dolander, who's at Calvary now.
Reed Lauder.
Yeah.
One of your girls was out there.
Maddie Sheldon.
Maddie Sheldon. She was representing Calvary the whole time.
So we got a couple kids out there as well. But, this shows I think you're seeing a revitalization, of golf. We went through a little bit of a slump there for a little bit, but now you're starting to see, especially schools like Richmond Hill, South Effingham. I know Meadow Girls have done a great job.
Yep.
So golf in Southeast Georgia is taking off back again, especially in the city, which is great because, man, there are so many beautiful golf courses here. Like you said, the money they poured into Sterling Links, now Richmond Hill Golf Club, is just unbelievable.
I hate it for her. The Matt Warren, which is one of the longest-running amateur Savannah Junior Golf tournaments here in Georgia, at Savannah, is at the Savannah Club off of President Street. I think one of the oldest golf courses in the United States.
The oldest golf course in Georgia.
So that's next week for the Savannah Junior Golf Association. John Sanders and the crew does a great job. Once again, it's the coach and the AD, and we do have a guest. We're not going to get out of here after this segment.
No.
We got Chris Coakley. He'll be on the Karl DeMasi Sports Report, the coach and AD, right after we come back from thanking our sponsors. And remember, it's brought to you by the Coach's Corner Sports Network. We'll be right back in about 3 minutes.
It's all sports, all the time. That's Coach's Corner and Thunderbolt. Coach's Corner has been voted the best in Savannah for 20 years running, and there's no wonder why. Sports, live music, delicious and abundant pub food. No matter what the season, there's always a reason to check out Coach's Corner. Coach's Corner has been Savannah strong during the COVID-19 pandemic. They're now open for dine-in, lunch, and dinner. But remember, Coach's Corner still has curbside takeout service. John Harrison and the Coach's Corner crew has still been smoking delicious meats like Boston Bush ribs and chicken on the grill. You can place your order by calling Coach's Corner at 912-352-2933. That's 912-352-2933. And don't forget, Saturday night in Soundgarden is Toxic Oscar. Tickets are $10. Come out and make it a night to remember at Coach's Corner.
At Calvary Day School, we want our students to be fully equipped and on the cutting edge of academics, making a difference in our world. Your child will grow academically, physically, socially, and spiritually. At Calvary, it is so good to say we are one school with one mission and one vision: faith, academics, excellence, and building champions through Christ. Calvary Day School would consider it a privilege to meet with your family personally. Call Philip Lee, Director of Admissions, at 351-2299. That's 351-2299.
Over a half century when it comes to uniforms, sporting goods, and trophies, Thompson's got you covered. From cleats to caps and the best prices on the biggest brands, Under Armour, Adidas, and more. From baseball to soccer, volleyball to softball, and yes, football too. Every season starts at Thompson Sports Shop. So come get equipped at Thompson Sports Shop. They are now located at 42 West Montgomery Crossroads, Suite C in Savannah, are open Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. each day. So come visit locally owned Thompson Sporting Goods and Trophies, where everyone is a winner.
Yo, you still want some real New York deli and Italian food? Bada bing, bada boom. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering is open at 7630 Skidaway Road in Savannah, Georgia during this social distancing problem. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering will take calls for pickup at 912-354-2914. That's 912-354-2914 on the phone, capiche? If you want Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering goods delivered, go to savtakeout.com, savtakeout.com to place the order. Remember, Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering, we ain't New York style, we are New York.
Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic. Your back hurts, another body part hurts all the time. It makes you mad. The pain drives you crazy. You just want to pick something up and throw it across the room. If you can, at the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic, you get complete chiropractic care and pain relief to help you move better, have a less painful life, and of course, achieve a healthier lifestyle. The Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic is now located at 2 locations in Savannah, Georgia, at 329 Eisenhower Drive and in Pooler at 114 Canal Street, Suite 603. So visit Dr. Bart Wetherington at the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic for all your chiropractic needs.
Well, we had this young man on back in June. It's the coach and AD. It's on the Karl DeMasi Sports Board. It's Wednesday Night Live. We're giving you a live update. We usually come back on Saturday morning, but due to the fact that we're going to take a break this weekend, we need it before it really gets into the swing of things. And so we figured we'd have the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic after week. Erica Couch, got to thank her for coming on. And now this young man made Savannah proud last week at the basketball tournament. Chris Coakley, I mean, standout player at Savannah High. And, just all world. Went on to play at UAB. Didn't get drafted, but I think he's the second all-time leading scorer there for the Blazers. Then he goes back and he goes, plays a couple overseas tournaments. The commentators loved him, Chad. The commentators loved him. And, so it was fun watching him. And at the basketball tournament, 3 games played. He averaged 19 points a game. He was all over the place. The second game where they upset. Let me get my notes here.
Yeah.
The second seeded team in the tournament, the money team. I mean, it was just a great game to watch. And he didn't get the player of the game from the basketball tournament. He got it from FanDuel. Joining us now on the Coach's Internet Stream, Coach's Corner Internet Stream, back again. None other than Savannah High, former Savannah High Blue Jacket Blazer. Now let's see where he's going. Chris Coakley. Chris, I'm glad we got hooked up. Thanks for coming back on.
Yeah, no doubt, man.
Hey, having fun talking sports?
Say it again.
Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I can hear you. Can you hear us?
Good.
So you excited about being home and checking out that little girl?
Oh, yeah, man. I'm very excited. I missed her so much when I was out. I was gone for almost like 3 weeks. Every day we would FaceTime, seeing her smile. I'm like, oh, man, yeah, I got to get back.
Well, Chris, you had a tremendous tournament up there. The first thing I want to talk about being in, so people understand what the NBA is going through right now. When people talk about the bubble, just let people know what did that look like for you guys up there, and what were the circumstances that you guys were dealing with being in that kind of bubble atmosphere?
Well, I mean, the circumstances were, I tell people this almost feels like we were kind of like in jail because we really couldn't do much. The first 24 hours that we were there, we had to be quarantined in our room by ourselves. We couldn't leave our hotel room. So that kind of was like, guys were like, I don't know about this. But as the days went on, and we all understood that it was for our safety as well. So as the days went on, we all kind of just adapted to it, and we just put our mind and focus on the game time. And I think that kind of helped us big with those first 2 games that we won because in training camp we were quarantining. We pretty much built the team bond, and I felt like with us being together for that little period of time helped us when it came time for the game.
Now, of course, the team was called Herd That, H-E-R-D, because most of the players came from the Marshall University, the Herd. How's it playing with a bunch of guys that knew each other so well, and you coming in, and I guess you played against Marshall when you're at UFB. What was the chemistry like with those guys?
Surprisingly, after about 1 or 2 days, the chemistry just clicked. I guess it's because we all been playing in the same conference and we all were familiar with each other's offense and defensive schemes. And to be honest, that kind of made it pretty easy.
Well, Chris, and talking about that, the being up there with those group of guys and, getting to the goal that you are trying to get to, tell us what it was like that, especially that second game when you guys knocked off the money team. And you dropped, 32? Is that right?
32, yeah.
Yeah, you dropped 32 on them. So I mean, that had to be just an incredible feeling, you know, to be there against that team and you show out and drop 32 points. What was going on that? I mean, one, we know you're a great basketball player, but you know when guys just have that game, what did that feel like for you that day? Was it just you got going early on and your teammates realized that and they just kept getting the ball to you?
I think, coming in, that was our first real test. I think coming in, everyone had like kind of a chip on their shoulder because, we were like the big underdogs, and we all felt like, they weren't good at all. They were good, don't get me wrong, but not how people were trying to portray them. So we just came in with the mindset of, attack, and a couple of shots fell for me early, and I was able to get going most of the game.
And that game was kind of you guys were going at each other. You got down 18 points early. Did you ever think you would come back from that?
Yeah, because I mean, it's in a game of basketball. You at some point in anyone's career, you're going to be down 20. You're going to be down 10 points. All it is, you just got to find that mental edge and just learn, just fight. Fight your way back in the game. Like I said, everyone been down 20 before, but it all depends on if you are willing to fight and willing to bring yourself back in the game.
And what was the legend about Ott Elmore? I mean, everybody was talking about Ott Elmore, and it was Ott, right? The guy that was saying that he's from the YMCA and he's going to take on Joe Johnson. What was he like? Because he was a Twitter phenomenon.
Yeah, Ott's cool. Ott and the whole Elmore family, they're fantastic guys. Going from his dad on down, they have a fantastic family. Ott is the main event, man. Ott made everything pretty much fun. I honestly feel like Ott is what sparked our little run, you may say. I feel like Ott is the reason that we beat the money team because Ott was the one who started. And that kind of got the whole team going. When you saw Ott do that, you're like, hey, okay, what? Let's go. The Elmore family, they're fun to be around.
Well, in one, you had a tremendous tournament, from that standpoint. We talked about in June what this could mean for you professionally going forward. So what's the response been after the tournament with you doing so well, between you and your agent? What's that been like for you? Because, I mean, you had a tremendous tournament. I mean, and so there has to be, a good interest in what Chris Coakley can do.
Teams were kind of surprised at my ability to shoot the three-pointer. I would say that kind of has been like my downfall most of my career, not being able to shoot the three-pointer. But I got in the gym, got better, and I displayed my three-point shot. So teams were kind of surprised at that. And overall, they were just, happy to see, me playing hard on both ends. Happy to see me a part of a group of guys who plays hard. And me personally, I'm just, I'm happy that I was able to get that opportunity with her to showcase myself for the upcoming season, because I feel like the tournament really helped out a lot. And my agent also feels like that as well. We was talking the other day, and he was just saying, hey, man, you did really good. A lot of people is really impressed. A lot of teams are looking at you. A lot of teams may want to offer you. So, I'm just thankful, by the grace of God, that I did good in the tournament to put myself in the position to get these kind of opportunities.
And you're listening to the Coach and AD Wednesday night live update. The Karl DeMasi Sports Report live from Coach's Corner on the Coach's Corner Sports Network. All right, how was it playing against Joe Johnson?
It was kind of, at first, it was all right. Like, I wasn't nervous, but it was just kind of one of those things to where it's like, all right, you're playing against, Joe Johnson. He's like one of you on the list with like 15,000 points, 5,000 assists. So, he's one of the ones on that list who's like, okay, like he's, almost a Hall of Famer pretty much. So when you're going up against, an NBA vet, it's like, okay, like I was little, I used to see him on TV scoring 30 in the NBA. But once you get on the court, you have to realize too, like, hey, I'm a pro basketball player as well, and I'm not going to lay down to anybody because of their name. So I'm going to go out here and play hard, and at the end of the day, he respected me for it, and I feel like everyone who was watching respected our team because of how hard fought that we were.
So, and talking about that, Chris, the other players that were around you and the guys you're playing against, is there anybody that you didn't get to play against that you really wanted to, was there another team out there that, hey, man, we really wanted to see these guys as well? Because usually there's always a buzz around, certain teams, and you guys kind of caught that buzz when you knocked off the, number one seed. Is there someone else that you guys really wanted to play that, or another player's like, hey, I want to get a shot at these guys?
I would say sideline cancer. They were ranked like 22nd. They were like another underdog who was kind of breezing through the whole tournament. And the reason I say them is because I felt like when our team looked in the mirror, we saw them. Like they played hard. Their guys were scrappy. They had playmakers. Like I feel like we had the same thing on both sides, and I felt like that would have been a pretty hard fought game.
Well, it was exciting watching you. Now, so what's the next step? When there are NBA scouts there, your agent told you got a lot of good looks. What's the next step for Chris Coakley now?
Next step is still kind of up in the air. My agent definitely said I have a ton of good looks after the TPT tournament. It was being televised over 197 countries. So my agent was like, I got a ton, and he said for the next month or two we're gonna be going over offers. So around this time it's pretty much it's kind of hectic and it's kind of mind-boggling too, because it's like you're trying to pick where you're going for the next 9 months, and you just want everything to be on point while you're there. So once again, I was just thankful that I was able to have a good run in the tournament to set myself up for these kind of opportunities.
Well, and talk about those opportunities outside the NBA. We talked a little bit last time about playing overseas. Is there a place overseas that, hey, from others that have been there and your experience there is like, hey, these are the places that I really want to play at from a level standpoint, or is it kind of like, hey, man, I just want to continue to play ball and wherever it's at?
It's kind of like a thing to where it's like it's placement, like where you go overseas. It's like certain leagues are bigger than others, so you want to do good enough to place yourself in these bigger leagues overseas, because these bigger leagues overseas are really like somewhat like the NBA, because the NBA, they do travel overseas. I remember my rookie year when I was in Ukraine, and we were in the All-Star game. I actually had 35 in the All-Star game, and I didn't know it, but I think the Warriors, Raptors, and a couple more NBA teams were at that game. Me not knowing, hey, I'm all the way in Ukraine, no one's going to come here, but me not knowing, my agent called me and said, hey, these scouts were at your game. So, in the bigger league, scouts are going to come. So, each night you have to just pretty much bring it, because you don't know who's watching at any given time.
All right, I'm going back to your high school days. You mean Coach Jordan would let you shoot the three?
I feel like he would have, but at that time, I was the biggest thing in the city, so it didn't kind of really make sense for me to. But I felt like if I were to start doing it, then he wouldn't have said anything.
You made the gym and islands look small.
Yeah.
On that rubber court, right? That was a lot of fun.
Yeah. The rubber court, definitely. I remember that rubber court from when I went to Coastal Middle School.
Yep. So, hey, Chris, great job. I enjoyed watching you those 3 days. Brought back a lot of memories. We're proud of you. I hope you land something big. You deserve it, buddy, because you've been working your butt off. And remember, that little girl's always going to be close to you no matter what you do. So, keep that straight.
Yes, sir. I know. Yes, sir.
Man, Chris, like I said, we're so proud of you, man. And I know you're glad to be home and to see your family. I know it's great to play ball, but I know at the end of the day, the type of guy you are and fact that that little girl in your family is so precious, man. So enjoy this time together, and we wish you best in the future. And hey, whatever comes up, hey, whoever, let us know. Let you come announce it here on the Karl DeMasi Sports Report, and so we can let everybody know what's next for Chris Coakley, man. We'd love to have you again.
All right, note that I'd love to be on again. Thanks for having me.
Hey, Chris, you're straight out of the SAV 912. Good job.
Yes, sir. All right, have a good day.
You do too, Chris. I mean, just to watch him grow from high school to on TV, watching him play in that basketball tournament, and he can play.
Oh, without a doubt.
I mean, you just got to get the right chance, the right moment. And, I know Nate Schaefer here from Savannah from S2 Sports Agency. He's trying to get his name out there, too. He's got an agent, but it brought back a lot of memories. I know they kicked our butt, but you know what? I love to watch any kid from Savannah, Georgia. And, when he had those 32 points, and they didn't name him player of the game, my wife thought I was crazy. I was yelling at the TV. And then I see the tweet, whatever you want to call it. He was the FanDuel player of the game. The commentators, what were they watching?
I don't know. They weren't watching him drop 32. I know that much. And
I think Seth Greenberg was one of the commentators, and he was talking about him all game long. Why didn't he get to play the game?
I don't know, man. But I know one thing. You dropping 32 in front of that crowd, like you said, there were scouts in the stands, and I love what he said for our young student athletes out there. You never know who's watching, and so never turn off your motor. Right? You never know who's watching, whether it's a college scout, pro scout, whatever you're doing, do it to the best of your ability and get after it. And I love how he said, hey, I respect Joe Johnson, but I'm here to play, and I got a job to do. And if you don't bring it every time out here, then you might as well not be out here. So it's just great words of wisdom from someone who's living life and doing it. You and I could be we got so many coaches cliche, but the one I love, you got to play the game like it's last, or you got to play the game like a scout's watching you. That's right. And sometimes kids don't realize that. Yeah. You don't realize when it's going to be your last game, or you don't know who's going to be in the stand watching. That's right. And you know what? They're watching for you when you don't have the ball. They're watching you when you're not the star, how you react to it. Your man doesn't have the ball. Well, what are you doing on defense? Yeah, exactly. You standing around watching, or you ready to help? Yeah. So there's a lot going on, but it just brought back so many memories. And I know my wife and I think a couple of family members decided to go to the beach. They wanted me to go. I'm not going. I'm watching TV. I'm watching the basketball tournament. I'm watching Chris Coakley. So once again, hey, this goes by quick. It does, man. We were only going to do this for a half an hour, 45 minutes. We knew better than that. Well, we knew better. We're going to come back as we do like every Saturday with 3 steps out the door. It's my turn to grill this man. Ooh. So once again, you're listening to Coach AD on the Karl DeMasi Sports Report, presented on the Coach's Corner Sports Network. Remember, there's 2 shows every Wednesday night on the Coach's Corner Sports Network, on Coach's Corner Facebook page, Rubbin' and Grubbin', NASCAR. They talk about cars to get food. We talk about local sports and get nada. I guess we got to be the center of the universe like Coach's Corner. That's right, man. Go ahead. No, that's what I'm saying. Like, we got to work on that, man. Well, maybe Lawrence, who's the producer, maybe he can work on that. Maybe we need to get an agent. Maybe we need a gyro, a hero, whatever it is. We need an agent. We need an agent. Maybe Nate Schaefer from S2 Sports Agency. Oh, barbecue. We'll be back in 3 minutes to wrap this up. Thank you for joining us. We'll be right back from the Coach's Corner Sports Network.
It's all sports, all the time. That's Coach's Corner and Thunderbolt. Coach's Corner has been voted the best in Savannah for 20 years running, and it's no wonder why. Sports, live music, delicious and abundant pub food. No matter what the season, there's always a reason to check out Coach's Corner. Coach's Corner has been Savannah strong during the COVID-19 pandemic. They're now open for dine-in, lunch, and dinner. But remember, Coach's Corner still has curbside takeout service. John Harrison and the Coach's Corner crew has still been smoking delicious meats like Boston Bush ribs and chicken on the grill. You can place your order by calling Coach's Corner at 912-352-2933. That's 912-352-2933. And don't forget, Saturday night in Soundgarden is Toxic Oscar. Tickets are $10. Come out and make it a night to remember at Coach's Corner.
At Calvary Day School, we want our students to be fully equipped and on the cutting edge of academics, making a difference in our world. Your child will grow academically, physically, socially, and spiritually. At Calvary, it is so good to say we are one school with one mission and one vision: faith, academics, excellence, and building champions through Christ. Calvary Day School would consider it a privilege to meet with your family personally. Call Philip Lee, Director of Admissions at 351-2299. That's 351-2299.
Over a half century when it comes to uniforms, sporting goods, and trophies, Thompson's has got you covered. From cleats to caps and the best prices on the biggest brands, Under Armour, Adidas, and more. From baseball to soccer, volleyball to softball, and yes, football too. Every season starts at Thompson Sports Shop. So come get equipped at Thompson Sports Shop. They are now located at 42 West Montgomery Crossroads, Suite C in Savannah, are open Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. each day. So come visit locally owned Thompson Sporting Goods and Trophies, where everyone is a winner.
Yo, you still want some real New York deli and Italian food? Bada bing, bada boom. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering is open at 7630 Skidaway Road in Savannah, Georgia during this social distancing problem. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering will take calls for pickup at 912-354-2914. That's 912-354-2914 on the phone, capiche? If you want Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering goods delivered, go to savtakeout.com, savtakeout.com to place the order. Remember, Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering, we ain't New York style, we are New York.
Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic. Your back hurts, another body part hurts all the time. It makes you mad. The pain drives you crazy. You just want to pick something up and throw it across the room? If you can. At the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic, you get complete chiropractic care and pain relief to help you move better, have a less painful life, and of course, achieve a healthier lifestyle. The Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic is now located at 2 locations in Savannah, Georgia, at 329 Eisenhower Drive and in Pooler at 114 Canal Street, Suite 603. So visit Dr. Bart Wetherington at the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic for all your chiropractic needs.
Good evening, sports fans. Good evening. Good Wednesday night. It's the Coach and AD. We're doing our Wednesday night live update on the Karl DeMasi Sports Report. And once again, it's all part of the Coach's Corner Sports Network. And we're live in Coach's Corner. The show before us, Rubbin' and Grubbin', which is part of the Coach's Corner Sports Network too. They get food, we get nothing. So I know I can. I mean, Chad. I mean, I haven't had wings. I haven't had a.
You saying you're hungry?
I've had a burger. I mean, I ate before I came here. I did rotisserie chicken with 5.
The man's been doing good.
5
Let
little
me
round
tell you.
potatoes.
Let me tell you, you've been doing good.
I've been doing good. Okay, before we get to 3 steps out the door, I know you and I want to touch this quickly. 8 days, play ball. What's your feelings?
Man, one, see, Soroka's going to be the
starting pitcher, youngest ever. Second youngest ever? I think the youngest ever.
Maybe youngest ever. Yeah, for Braves. And who did they sign yesterday? The guy, say his first name. Can you say it better than I can?
No, I can't.
Yashel? Is that right?
I can't say it.
Yashel Puig?
I can say right? Puig, but I can't say Yashel.
So now that Markakis decided not to play,
right,
it went and signed Puig out there. And one, he's got a hose for an arm.
Right.
He's colorful.
He's fast.
Power. Can hit for power.
He's colorful.
Yes.
He causes a lot of trouble.
I guarantee you the Miami Marlins are not going to throw at anybody on the Braves.
I mean, how many times nobody protected Acuna or
I'm here to tell you, that ain't happening, not with that joker there.
Freddie Freeman, I love him, but he's too much of a nice guy.
Oh,
Markakis, he stayed away from trouble.
I'm
the only one was Donaldson.
Yeah.
But he's gone.
Yeah. So, I mean,
I love it.
I do, man. I love it. I mean, I think it's great for the Braves. I mean, I wish they the fans in the stands and all that stuff. Yeah. And, I know that we talked about they're going to get to keep their name. They're not going to change their name.
They aren't going to change their name. We don't know what's going to happen with this politically correct society.
I don't want to hear them about stopping the chop, though.
I don't see how you can stop the chop.
That was karma that killed us.
Tell me what is wrong with doing that chop?
I don't know. I don't see anything wrong with it. I mean, I think it's.
Do the Florida State Seminoles have to stop the chop?
No.
Are they allowed to stop? What's his name? The Chief coming out and throwing the greatest opening in all of sports.
Without a doubt, man.
Throwing that
spear.
I mean, it's fun. It's all in fun. I mean,
chop, man.
Yes, I understand.
That was karma. That's why we got beat 20-something or whatever. Right. When you just come out and say, we're not going to do the chop.
I can understand Redskin derogatory.
Get it. Totally get it.
Indian skin, just like we had with African-American people. Yeah. But Braves, Warriors, Indians, strong people. Braves, strong people. Warriors, strong person. I don't get me started. Now, yes, I agree. I agree. Now, I know with Cleveland, we can look at Chief, what was his name? Wahoo. It was a cartoon character that everybody thought was racist. Okay? So I can understand that. But an Indian is a strong individual. Native Americans were Indians. I mean, we're honoring them. We're not making fun of them. We're not putting them down. We're not doing any Braves. I mean, Braves. Those are the guys that went into the battle to defend their homeland. The Warriors. I mean, I know you're the history teacher. And I'm telling you what I think.
Yeah, man, I like it.
Anyway, yeah. So the Braves, 8 days away. Can't wait for it.
Oh, man.
Yankees, 7 days away against the Nationals. I'll be sitting in my chair watching that game. So I'm excited about it.
TV ratings are going to go
skyrocket.
Yeah.
And I did go to the Bananas game the other night.
Yeah.
And it wasn't the same. It wasn't the same.
It's not.
I mean, they do all the entertainment. It's a lot of fun, but it's not the same. With half the people in the place, you didn't get the electricity that you normally would get. And
they're trying. They're trying. They're doing their best. They're creating the entertainment. I mean,
I give them a lot of credit for what they're doing.
Without a doubt.
A lot of people are scared to do it.
Yeah,
Jesse Cole, Emily Cole, Jared Orton, that whole staff.
Yeah, we've
had the Shark on. We've had Jesse on. We had Jared on. How about Emily?
Let's get her.
How about the co-owner?
Yeah. Why she always?
How about the?
Because she don't wear yellow.
You know, we got the King Banana. Why don't we have the Queen Banana?
We'll do that.
Oh, she a promotion. I think when they did win the Coastal Plain League back in '16, she had this long yellow gown, and it was an unbelievable picture. But yeah, let's get Queen Banana on.
Yeah.
And we also got the young kid that's doing the play. Last night, okay, I know we were supposed to get out of here, but last night I'm watching because I'm a Bananas insider. So I was watching the game. Biko, that's what they call him. I don't know his exact name, but he's from New York. He's got a whiteboard. They're not allowed to broadcast the game, but he can broadcast it like audio, but you can't film the game. He's got a whiteboard. He's got magnets. He's drawing places, going all over the place. And it was hilarious.
Love it.
It was hilarious. So, all right, 3 steps out the door. Okay, today, I don't know if you know this. It's been on sports radio all week, all day long. Okay, in honor of National Give Something Away Day, name a time your team gave away a game. As a player or as a coach?
Oh, Lord. As probably one of the worst feelings as a coach is when you look back and go like, golly. And so I'll tell you my story of the first time I got to be a head coach. All right, so I'm 22 years old. I'm assistant men's and women's soccer coach at Sandwich University in Austin, Texas. And I'm getting ready to help take the women's team on a 4-day road trip to West Texas and Oklahoma. Our men's team, we fundraised a lot of money, and we flew places. Nice. Women's team, we took a bus. So we're taking a bus ride from Austin to West Texas and then to Central Oklahoma and back. So 3 o'clock in the morning, my head coach calls me and says, look, her father just had a heart attack. Like, going to hospital. You got to take 24 girls by yourself, 4-day road trip. Well, I was assistant coach, so I planned on travel anyhow. I did itinerary. So we're up playing West Texas A&M, and we're up 1-0. And I just said, all right, it's hot. It's West Texas. It's one of the first games of the year. I'm like, all right, I need to sub a couple girls to outside back. I feel like they put too much pressure on us. And my gut, though, is like, no, these are seniors. These are upperclassmen. Just leave them in. Like, sub 2 of them out on the right side, sub the outside mid on that side and outside back on that side. And we gave up a goal with 2 minutes to go, tied the game. So I said, one, I'll always trust my gut. I'll never second question myself with that again. I'll trust your instinct. Right or wrong, trust your gut.
You got it.
Got it. So then we went to Central Oklahoma, and kind of same situation. I'm like, nope, not doing it. We didn't win the game 2-0. We scored a late goal because of it. So learn my lesson there.
Yeah,
trust your gut.
My first game as a head football coach, 1986. It was a great team. My brother was the starting quarterback. His best friend was the wide receiver. His buddy was the running back. We're up. My first game would have been my first victory. We're up 10-7. The other team is at the 35-yard line. And, I'm a hands-off guy. If I gave you the offensive coordinator, you're the offensive coordinator. If I gave you the defense, you're the defense coordinator. No exaggeration. I don't know, less than 4 minutes to go in the game. They're on their own 35-yard line. They're throwing the ball. My defensive coordinator, I learned a lesson. We threw this game away. My defensive coordinator calls a free safety blitz, 0 coverage. Ooh. And what happens? Inside slot, goes right down the middle of the field, touchdown. We lose 14-10. And I said to myself, from then on, I don't mind you guys calling the plays, but if you're going to do something like that, you got to let me know. We wound up, back then, Long Island didn't go to the state championships. They just played their own championship. We went to the county championship, and we lost because we were the second seed. We lost to a team we beat during the year. They just outplayed us. Yeah. But I'm just telling you, that one game from that season, even though we lost the championship, which
that was the game. Yeah.
Okay, number 2. You worked for Mr. Finnegan. Yeah. You worked for Dr. James Taylor.
Yeah.
What's it going to be like working for a new guy from Savannah, Georgia named Hunter Chadwick?
Man,
sorry, Dr. Hunter Chadwick.
Yeah, Dr. Chadwick. All right. I think he's at Bananas game tonight.
So. Savannah boy, raised here, grew here, went away, came back.
One, it's been, our conversations has been interesting. One, because he's an athletic director.
Right.
And he's a former coach.
Right.
And so a little bit before with others, like you're the athletic guy in the room. And so questions asked, and you can pretty much answer it and say whatever. With Hunter, though, it's good. Like we were talking about a cheerleading issue the other day.
Right.
And he just went like on a 10-minute thing about cheer. And so, but it's great to know that your head of school is being set in the chair and wore the shoes that you wore and understand what you're going through, and can be supportive or helpful in that matter to where, like, what we were talking about the other day with cheer, or allowing us to start lacrosse, right, which we're getting ready to do and announce here in the next 7 days. And so, but he's been there. So it's great from that perspective to know that an athletic guy in his heart knows what you're going through and also values the importance of athletics as well as academics within the school. And so it's great, man. I'm excited. And he's a guy, though, when you get to meet him, like, he doesn't have an office. He doesn't want an office. Right. He doesn't want a nameplate anywhere. Right. Like, hey, that's for someone else.
Right.
And so it's different, but it's great. I'm excited.
Savannah guy, too.
Without a doubt.
So,
listen, knows the lay of the land. That's what I'm excited about.
Last one out the door. And it's a tough one because you and I are in the same seat. Will we have sports this fall?
Man, will we have sports this fall?
That's high school sports.
I want to say yes, because I want to say, and listen to how we're progressing on these next steps. We're just like you. You got to report your COVID cases if you have any, coaches, players, things of that nature. And so I think Georgia High School is really sincerely tracking all this for a reason.
Right.
And their health advisory committee is coming out every Wednesday with the new things. Like tonight, we said, hey, we start wearing helmets on Monday. Guys sanitize them, though, after every practice. Still no congregating in the locker room. Hand out the helmet, either sanitize it, keep it there. So I do think in some form or fashion. Now, what that looks like, Carl, I don't know. Does that mean no fans in the stands? Does that mean limited travel? Does that mean, what South Carolina is doing with a 7-game schedule, pushing it back? I don't know, but I feel like it's important for our student athletes' mental health and for everybody else's, honestly, to have some sort of normalcy with it. I know you could say, hey, there's the fear of COVID, or if kids get COVID or whatever. There's a fear of any sport you do. And remember, and I'm telling you this, high school athletics is a voluntary activity. And I'm not telling a family, like I was on the phone today with a parent, like, listen, if you don't feel comfortable, then pull them out. I'm not going to be upset. That coach is not going to be upset. That's your prerogative as a parent. And I totally stand behind that because it is real.
Oh, yeah.
It is real. First-hand occurrence. My wife's aunt passed away from COVID in St. Pete. So I seen and watched what it does to family members. But in saying that, there's a risk to everything we do.
Right.
And I think that you can only mitigate it so much. And at the end of the day, you got to make a decision going forward, either play or not. And I think Georgia High School really wants to do it. how it looks. Maybe it is no fans in the stands. Maybe it's limitations on travel. Maybe it's limitations on games. But I feel like it's important for us to play, and I think that's what Georgia High School thinks right now as well. But it is really state by state. Look what we said at the beginning of the show. Virginia, no football is fall. We'll do some other sports. South Carolina, hey, we're going to do it, but we'll limit games. Right. So I think as big as it is in Georgia, I think we're going to do it on some level.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I feel the same way. So we'll find out what Savannah-Chatham County Public Schools are going to be doing. Dr. Ann Levette, the lady loves what she's doing. She loves the kids. She loves education, and it's going to go virtual. And I don't know what's going to happen.
We saw the mayor today.
Right.
Mayor came out today and
he
said,
agrees with it.
Agrees with it.
So it's going to be interesting. We'll find out tomorrow with Chatham County Public Schools what they're doing. Private schools make up their own decisions. So we'll see what the Georgia High School State Association. We won't be here Saturday, but we'll be back next Wednesday night. So we'll be back a week away. Once again, thank you to Chris Coakley for coming on. Thank you to Erica Couch, Chris Coakley, former Savannah High School standout basketball player, played in the basketball tournament, had a great game. Hopefully he'll be playing locally, not overseas. Great interview again. Love having him on. Nate Schaefer from S2 Sports Agency. We appreciate you helping me out doing that. And Erica Couch, class of 2020. We never got to answer that question, how was that a season ended? But you know what? That's all.
It's over.
So she's going to West Georgia. She's an outstanding golfer. And once again, John Henderson, we got to thank the Rubbin' and Grubbin' crew.
Oh, yeah.
Lawrence
Let
Bennett.
the lights on.
I mean, they leave the setup here, so we look more professional. But once again, great job.
There we go, man.
We'll find out.
We almost did a Saturday show.
Yeah, we have. It's almost an hour and a half. So remember, every Wednesday night at 7 p.m. and on Saturday mornings at 9 a.m. right here on Facebook Live, YouTube channel live, Twitter live, on the Coach's Corner Sports Network. It's the Coach and AD on the Karl DeMasi Sports Report. So enjoy the rest of your weekend. May you hit it out of the park. And until next week, may it be your best week ever. We'll talk to you later. God bless.
Have a good one.
Stay safe.
Yep.
Wash your hands.
Oh, man, that's awesome.
Whoops.